Oh, it's morning.
And here we go.
You awake over there?
Yeah. Just trying to
Hey.
get sorted out here.
Well, pull up a chair. Let's figure out what we're doing for today. All right. So I kind of did a little bit of thought and a little bit of simulation on dealing with Caesar and the Herakles. We were talking about just using a single stock to drop down. That would work if I built Herakles in an even number, not an odd number. To use blast-proof doors.
Caesar's too big.
Not just Caesar's too big. It's just awkward to put the doors in. He's mostly too long. It's not the width necessarily; it's the length. So he's just
have to have a look at him.
So what it does is it forces us to have to use the drop platform, which can work. Is just it's going to be finicky and kind of pain in the ass and not super structurally sound. So either we can use the lift and kind of just use it. We'll have to be just careful to make sure that we drop on the ground, or hear me out. You build a proper new tank for Herakles within the dimensions that'll be more functional for us. So you can work on a Rover, like a new tank. I'll work on getting Herakles up and running in the space. And then if you're still working on that, if you have questions, of course, just let me know. I'll help you out. And then I can also, because I need to build I'm going to build a flight deck and a flyer, like an actual combat fighter. So for air cover, so when you're doing ground assault, I can cover you in the air. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. Yeah, I'm going to have to go outside and have a look at Caesar and see what the hell.
Yeah, we'll go over and kind of discuss the dimensions, because that's big determination, because I want to get that bay up and running. Because I'm kind of working my way back and reorganizing. I might even have to shift cargo around. I'm not sure yet. Like the big cargo containers to push them further back, because we've kind of built everything right over the front axle, which is nothing necessarily wrong with it, because there is a lot of cantilevered weight. It's just we're wasting a lot of space. So it's either I pull off an axle or I start shifting things back. I don't know yet. We'll see how that plays.
Okay.
And I may or may not have to, because when I was starting to do some measurements with Caesar going into that space, I actually would have to move all of the rear axles back by one, and that's not a pain in the ass, but it's
problematic.
Yeah, it misaligns any projection until I could get a new blueprint for it. And currently, with it hooked up to the base, if I take a blueprint, I'm also taking a blueprint of the base and everything connected to it. I'd have to disconnect Herakles, so he's an independent grid, and I don't want to do that yet. So
that's asking for trouble.
So I think if you're feeling up to working on a Rover, laying out a Rover, that's is our best bet, and that we can build around it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so let's pop over to the bay, have a look, and do some measurements, and and then we'll set you up a little platform and get you working on it. Okay, so comfortably, the width is not the biggest problem, but keeping it within 3 blocks. If you can keep it within the 3 blocks, if there's a little bit of overhang, that's not a big deal.
I can trim about at least a block on each side.
Yeah, so
I can cut him back, because he's way wide. He's way wider.
Well,
than
he also only needs to be. It only needs to be single seat. We don't need to have the double cockpit on anymore, right? Because it's going to be a single person assault vehicle. I'll be doing aerial assault.
Well, but right there, we can cut Caesar literally in half.
I'm thinking so. So reduce him, down to 3 in width, and maybe let's see how many blocks have I got here. I want to leave these 2 for kind of walkway. So 1, 2, 3,
bloody floor
4,
again.
5. So 3 by 5. So we'll set up a 3 by 5 platform near cargo access. Actually, right here.
I need to.
Over on the ground storage, where we buried the storage container yesterday.
Oh yes. Ouch.
This might be a good place for you to work, because it's easy for you to drive off this one end here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in length. This is basically your workspace. It has to fit within this space with a little bit of room to spare, preferably on the lengthwise. So this is your width. This is your length. You've got a block here, so you can just actually what I'm going to do here is
the direction I'm facing, that's width, right?
Sorry, give me half a sec here. No, that's yeah, that's the width. Yeah, that's the width.
Okay, so this is the length.
Here.
Okay.
Let me make your life easy. Let me make your life easier here for keeping your head, because it's something that always sat with me. Because I'd like to have a painted line, so that is your center line.
That's the center line.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a hinge down here with a small head, so you can basically, instead of having to do the landing gear trick and potentially not having things sit straight and center, staying in the neck. This way, you're definitely building in line with the current grid. There was something down there. There was something down there.
Energy low.
What the hell? There was a remnant of the previous base down here, I think. And that just blowed up. That was me.
Oh!
That was me.
You just blowed up.
Yeah, I'm trying to clear some of the dirt around the hinge. Not that it makes a difference, but, you know. And before my suit runs out completely out of power... that is this dead center of your space.
Sweet.
So you can build at whatever height, whatever length. And,
no, I'm going to go up a couple. I don't know what size wheels I want to use considering this terrain.
I don't think you're going to need 5x5s. I think the 3x3s.
No, I think they're going to be 3s. Yeah,
I think 3x3s
will 3s.
And there's 3x3 shorts. So there's the regular 3x3s, which are, but there's also off-road short. Like there's three types of wheels you can use. There's the regular 3x3, there's the off-road 3x3, and then there's an off-road short 3x3. So make sure you kind of see which one might work best for whatever.
Yeah, that's going to have to be dickered with when I finish the keel. That'll have to be dickered with when I do the keel.
Yeah. So, and that's exactly
it's going to be a much shorter vehicle. It's probably only going to be 2 wheels.
Yeah, and basically, I wouldn't say putting in as many turrets, just a couple of Gatling turrets.
Yeah,
even just a single Gatling turret to pepper it, because like I say, we're going to be doing 2-pronged attacks, one from the air, one from the ground, right?
Yeah.
And you just basically drive around in a circle.
I'd like to put that. Like that tandem turret on Caesar, but I'd aim him the other. I'd shift the direction of that.
Oop, I gotta
instead
go
of having one.
Sorry, I gotta go get suit power. Be right back. Hold that thought.
Please.
Yeah, I would say put the guns linear, so front to back.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, as opposed to
I like that tandem turret, but
yeah.
The side by side is nice, but I'm not going to have the width for that, and I'm not going to bother with it. So, but I'd rather have the 2 turrets either way.
Well, yeah, the reason I say even front to back is even for tactically, because that way you can drive.
Oh yeah, because I'm going to be
you're going to be
running oblique.
Yeah, you're going to be driving in a circle around the base as much as possible, right? So you want both guns being clear of each other, so you don't shoot it. Okay, well, I'll let you be and let you do what you're going to do, and I'll get back to work over here. And then I'll leave the bay alone for now, because I won't really build around until I get your vehicle, and then we can figure out where to put pistons and stuff. But I got a crap ton more to do up here anyway, so...
Oh, God, I need resources. Yeah, no, you go dicker with your shit, and I'll get started on this little project.
Yeah, and it's time to start breaking out big old welders.
What cockpits do I want to use? I'm not going to use a fighter. make that industrial cockpit just for the viewing angle, but ab cockpit.
Found a crawl space. Inner design.
I'm gonna stick with that bloody industrial. That's always worked for me.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Your call, man. I'm gonna come. I'll look at it. Making sure we actually have lights in our rooms. Always useful.
Look at the wheels and drive axles. WHE. Whee! And O2 engine I need.
No. You don't.
Energy.
Don't
Nope.
need the O2 engine?
Just make sure you have a couple of big batteries on it. You'll get charged from Herakles. You're never going to be in a situation where you're going to be like in a position where you have.
I don't need the hydrogen. I don't need.
You don't need a hydrogen
so I don't
tank.
need the hydrogen.
You don't need an O2H2. Just make sure when you go into combat, you're carrying bottles. Literally, it's a gun platform. So batteries, storage for ammunition, wheels, and a cockpit, and then armor. Yeah, keep it as simple as possible. So no hydrogen. I wouldn't put any hydrogen tanks. I wouldn't worry about putting any oxygen tanks on. I mean, you might. No, oxygen tanks just take up like a 3x2. So they're pretty big, but you can plug it directly into the back of your cockpit if you want to put an oxygen tank on there. It'll get filled up when you hook up to the Herakles automatically. So
yeah, I still got to put the cockpit on anyway. So
yeah, so maybe you know, if anything, I'd only worry about maybe putting an O2 tank on, and not the rest of that kind of stuff. Because again, the Herakles is going to be the infrastructure, whereas Brutus was our infrastructure. So that's why Caesar had the redundant systems on them, because we had no other alternative. Oh yeah, power generation. I can remember to build that in this thing. Cockpit, just because of that field of view.
Man, I'm faded. God, must be too early. I screwed that up. Bearing, there's plenty of room. 4 it is. Okay, time to run the key line. Oh, I need to come out further. Damn it. I was wondering why that looks so damn shallow.
Are you making out? I'm doing everything. I'm using all kinds of willpower not to come look.
I'm getting there.
Energy low.
This is 100% what I not started out doing today, but
You found another squirrel, did you?
no, yeah, I completely got derailed into doing something absolutely different. I mean, it's something that needed to be done, but it wasn't kind of what I had in mind today.
All plan. Yeah.
However, when I'm done, we might be able to even sleep in Herakles tonight.
Well, I built the base and the cab and the wheels and the drive axles, and it's well within your parameters. There's actually space left over.
Good. Ready for me to come have a look?
Yeah, you can come have a look anytime.
Oh, you're going for like a flatbed kind of thing.
Yep.
Cool. Yep, definitely within.
Again, that's where it cuts off. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It
no,
cuts off
no,
right about
but
here.
we're gonna want a rear connector, so I would.
No, that's it's still going to be closed in. It's still going to be the traditional
No.
look.
I'm just saying, well, while you're still building it here, just so you can get kind of the back end properly in. I'm gonna put a new little connection point to your basically your undercarriage here. That way you can cut off the rearmost. So you can cut this stuff off now, and it's still supported.
Okay.
That way, yeah, you can get the connector back here.
Yeah, because that whole back end is coming off.
Yeah, but that's where the connector's
Only
gonna
where
be.
it's, yeah, exactly, more or less. The connector will stick out to about
Well, this, like, if you
just
go
past that first block.
yeah. So if
Right
you
around,
use
yeah.
this as the furthest extent for the connector, so let me show you what I'm. Beep beep. Susie, right there. So that's your back part.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
more or less right.
So that's your between the cockpit and the connector. That's where you can put in your batteries and all your other stuff. Are you gonna still put in an oxygen tank?
I'm going to put the batteries and lay out the armaments first before I even think about amenities.
No energy.
I'm going to weld in that connector in right now. That'll be my center point.
Yeah, that's not exactly
My measure bait.
convenient. Okay, I'm currently dying, so I'm gonna go recharge. I'll grind that off in a sec. I literally ran out of suit power for my grinder.
You're going to grind off?
Oh, I put to see how that O2 tank would fit back here off the cockpit. But
Oh,
because it's
okay.
got the high ports, I don't know if you actually want to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'd
Or
say
put it somewhere else.
just don't even bother. I wouldn't even bother. You could actually shorten this thing down quite a bit by like 4 blocks if you wanted to. Like take out 2 blocks in between each set of wheels. But I'll leave it alone. It's not mine, it's yours. Keep up the good work.
This is my my project.
Just keep up the good work. I'll continue trying to get this
This
stuff
is
airtight.
still a work in evolution here.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop micromanaging. I'll just
Yes,
worry
because
about
I will
my
just
own.
ignore you.
Yeah, I know. It'd be a exercise in futility, but
Ooh.
that window that I left out is now coming to bite me in the ass. Oh, it's my only ear.
You forgot about it, didn't you?
No, I left
You
it out.
forgot about it.
I didn't forget about it. I just didn't think about it.
Power cells.
What are we, low or need them? Or...
I'm trying to pick. Oh no, never mind. I'm overloaded as is. Never mind. It's probably there.
Oh yeah, it's just because you can't get anything back, get more into your inventory.
I'm just overloaded. Yeah. Done.
Finished?
Energy low.
That is as far as I think we're going to get tonight.
Give me a moment. I'll come see what you got going. And pressurized. Okay. You can sleep in your own bedroom if you want tonight. I got the place pressurized up. Fully functioning med bay.
I'll be damned.
We got couches. We got a kitchen. Lighting's gonna need some touch-ups, but that's just more just getting them set.
Come see how I've done so far.
And then just let me get one more thing set up in here. I'll be right down. All right, I'm on my way down.
Kiddo.
As soon as I can figure out where down is. There we go. Ooh. Nice.
You can see the cargo ports on the top. That's where the guns are going to go.
Yeah. Can I make a suggestion? Change that out for one of these. Because that way you can either have a big port at the top or you can have some more little ports. But that way, if you do want to put something that requires a big port,
It's a conveyor.
instead of using the conveyor junction instead of just the straight tube.
Yeah, junction box. Yeah.
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 So then you have little
Have a
side
junction
connectors
box.
here. You have a big connector on top if you do want to put a rocket launcher on it. That way, this will actually
Nice.
feed an automatic rocket launcher
I
turret.
hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I hadn't thought
I
of
don't.
that.
Yeah, the rocket launcher on this thing is a broadside rocket launcher. Here, let me show you. It's a little.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it looks like.
No, that's a. Yeah, I don't know. Hang on. It's a kind of a crappy looking little. Do I not have Gatling gun on this thing anymore? No, I've taken out my weapon. Okay. Do we have a Gatling turret or a rocket turret for small grid? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so there is a small grid rocket turret. Which can be fed. So you could do like, you know, rocket turret. It's going to take out one of your Gatling guns. Yeah. Gatling gun, big access port.
What I was thinking. Yeah.
Even for that fact, what you could even is use it as a second connector port
Top-down connection.
as well, yeah. So depending on how we want to set up the lift. Either or, just it gives you options.
Yeah.
Energy low.
I'll think about that.
Yeah, no, but
Either way, the
looking good,
worst
man.
of the construct.
Yeah.
No, either way, the worst of the construction is done for the night.
Yeah, no, looking good, man. Looking good. What you gonna name him?
Damocles.
Damocles. Why is there a sword hanging over his head?
Of course, he's going into battle, isn't he?
This is true.
Think about it. Think
This
about
is
it.
true. This is true. Okay, well, come with me. I'll show you what I done. We'll start in
I'm on the way.
Damocles' vehicle bay here. We haven't done much down here, just
No.
getting stuff ready. Okay, so just pop in through a door. And you will note, look at me, fully
Oh,
pressurized.
damn.
So you can, whichever room you want, we can paint our doors to match for our rooms. So this doesn't change from what you did yesterday, but if we come upstairs now, I've taken out a bunch of the screens, moved the control chair over because I brought the ceiling down, left a vaulted ceiling with some nice skylights.
Huh.
We have a full medical bay with our two cryopods, and that's your screen for recharging right
Christ.
there. Over here. Oh yeah, and of course we have access to the back of the ship, right there. I'm honestly surprised I am not leaking air. There's a giant. I could see. Never mind. So we have a kitchen here. Little wraparound kitchen. In the corner here, we have some lockers. Got some more lockers and cargo access.
There's a big ass port. Perfect.
Also in the ceiling.
Okay.
So one of the things I really like having is making sure I've always got easy access to cargo. You can access cargo up here as well.
Drop down port.
Yep. And then we still got all of this space that we can use for
Something with
whatever we want to
pool
use.
table.
Well, I'm gonna well
That pool
we could
table.
we could put in a conference table. Little projector table.
Up table. Okay.
Better.
Oh, it's your turn to step. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okie
on the
dokie.
table. You can turn your headlights off now.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
check what we have with the Herakles so far. You're gonna need a paint job.
Front end, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Alright.
have to paint, but that's
Hey, let's use our conference table for the first time. That's an awkward chair. Damn it. That one. And it's open. And we can breathe. So kind of a grindy little day, but I think between the two of us, you've got the pretty much a rover ready to go. You just need to drop your weapons on it.
that's.
We have
I got to put weapons and armor.
Yeah, we have official
All I
living
gotta do
space.
is
We could disconnect and start moving with this thing at this point in time, pretty much. Not gonna.
No,
but yeah.
I'd like to get that back end on, anyways.
Well, yeah. So I need to still make the connection for your rover. I need to get the rest of the wheels welded, and get the conveyors running to the back. I need to get our assemblers back up and running. Get our I mean, there's a lot still to do. Wheels. Once I get it plugged in, like just get the conveyors up and the welders up, that's going to take care of itself. So I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah.
Just now starting to kind of just figure out where to put infrastructure, like, a couple of hydrogen engines, a couple of hydrogen tanks, like,
It's
4 big
we're
ones.
down. We're down to the nitpicky stuff now,
Yeah, I mean, the basic
engineering wise.
Yeah, I think the basic ship is ready to go.
The core project is done. The core project is done. We're finished.
I mean, I didn't really intend to spend all my time on the living space, but here we are.
Yeah,
we're breathing. We can actually claim our own bedroom now, not have to worry about sleeping in. We have a kitchen, so we can actually stop eating MREs. So yay.
Yeah, yay.
So yeah. All right, let's go figure out. Let's go paint some doors and claim some rooms. Door. Oop. And there we go. Great. Enjoy your privacy. I don't want to know what you're doing.
Thank
in
you,
there.
sir. Wakey, wakey, hands off, Snakey.
Yeah, you just stay on your side of the building. I can change the. You can't even access. No share.
Ticket shit.
All right, my friend. Be well.
Good night, Hoss.